Good morning, or afternoon, or middle of the night, whenever it is that you're watching. I have to tell you that while it felt a little bit like cheating giving you reruns last weekend, I really enjoyed having a little more time and a lot less pressure. So I think we're going to try reruns on the weekend with freshly done videos during the week process here. I think that'll work, don't you? That said, here's an episode I pulled down from the attic and dusted off for you. The audio on the original was pretty awful, so I slicked it up for you. Should be a lot easier to listen to than that distant, canny, echoey original. Alrighty, here we go. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for August 19th. August 19th is the 231st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 232nd in leap years, with 134 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is brogue. Brogue is a noun that means a sturdy shoe, typically with ornamental perforations and a wingtip, or a heavy shoe of untanned leather. Or it can mean a strong accent, especially Irish or Scottish when speaking English. This word comes to us from Irish and Scottish Gaelic brogue, which means shoe. The accent sense of the word apparently arose from this kind of shoes being worn by the speakers. Earliest documented use is 1587. Brogue. And with that, we'll start in the year 295 BC, when the first temple to Venus, the Roman goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, was dedicated. On August 19, 1561, Mary, Queen of Scots, returned to Scotland at the age of 18 after spending 13 years in France. And good grief, more witch trials. On August 19, 1612, 3 women from the Lancashire village of Samsbury, England, were put on trial, accused of practicing witchcraft. This was one of the most famous witch trials in British history. Meanwhile, in America, on August 19, 1692, the Salem witch trials. 5 people, 1 woman and 4 men, including a clergyman, were executed after being convicted of witchcraft. On August 19, 1772, Gustav III of Sweden staged a coup d'etat in which he assumed power and enacted a new constitution that divided power between the Riksdag and the king. On August 19, 1839, the French government announced that Louis Daguerre's photographic process was a gift, free to the world. On August 19, 1848, news of the California gold rush finally got out to the east coast of the United States by way of the New York Herald, even though the rush had started in January. This is the birthday of American engineer and pilot Orville Wright, born August 19, 1871. He is, of course, one of the Wright brothers, pioneers in flight. Orville lived to the age of 76. This is the birthday of French fashion designer Coco Chanel, born August 19, 1883. She founded the Chanel Company and lived to the age of 87. This is the birthday of American poet Ogden Nash, born August 19, 1902. Here's one of his poems. It's called Common Sense. Why did the Lord give us agility, if not to evade responsibility? Ogden Nash lived to the age of 68. Indianapolis Motor Speedway opened for automobile racing on August 19, 1909. The first All-American Soapbox Derby was held in Dayton, Ohio on August 19, 1934. On August 19, 1934, the German Referendum of 1934 approved Hitler's appointment as head of state with the title of Führer. The Great Purge of the Soviet Union began on August 19, 1936, when the first of the Moscow trials was convened. The Moscow trials were a series of show trials held in the Soviet Union at the instigation of Joseph Stalin between 1936 and 1938 against people who disagreed with him. Most defendants were charged with conspiring with Western powers to assassinate Stalin and other Soviet leaders, dismember the Soviet Union, and restore capitalism. The Great Purge was really just an attempt to rid the party of any current or prior oppositionists, or anyone who may potentially become a figurehead for the growing discontent resulting from Stalin's mismanagement of the economy. Today's song is All You Need Is Love by the Beatles. This was number 1 on August 19, 1967. All You Need Is Love was released as a non-album single in July of 1967, just the month before, and it took off like a rocket, hitting number 1 on August 19th. It became sort of a theme song for the utopian ideals associated with the Summer of Love. This song was later included on the Magical Mystery Tour album and is the theme for the 1968 animated film Yellow Submarine. All You Need Is Love, number 1 on August 19th, 1967. Link in the description. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. I always do. As always, links to my sources are included in the show notes below. Images are from Bing Images, licensed public domain or free to share and use. Our lovely outro music is Divine Life Society by Jesse Gallagher from the YouTube Music Library. And there's a link to his channel in the show notes as well. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and feel free to share this video with others. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Come back tomorrow, we'll do it again. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. June or July. This is what happens when you don't clean up your script. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I think I already read this one, haven't I? Oh, I missed one. Okay, let's go back. There you go. Easy peasy. Oh, I need to find my watch. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. All right, find your spot here. There we go. That might not make it into the video, we'll see. Changing it up.